Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your June 2022 general readings. We are looking at the first half of June from the 1st through the 15th, and this reading is for the earth sign of Capricorn. Welcome everyone, as always. Thanks for taking the time to be here and for all your likes, shares, subscribes, comments, those of you who reach out for personal readings. Always appreciated. So Capricorn, this is for you for the first half of June 2022. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Capricorn. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Capricorn, but as we always say, it's going to resonate a little differently for everyone because it's a general reading. So if you know all of your signs, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, watch them all because each one can bring in a little additional insight and perspective into what's going on in your life. And if you find that something does resonate with you enough that you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, perhaps take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else. Personal readings do make great gifts. Feel free to email me directly. You can see my email contact info on the description link. Email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you. And I can usually respond the same day with more info. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and I'm pretty timely about scheduling, so message me if you'd like. Okay, Capricorn, first half of June. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Gilded Tarot. We begin with some healing, the Six of Swords. Slowly but surely moving away from the troubled, choppy waters which are now behind you. Not quite to the other shore and on solid ground yet, but definitely moving towards that. Transitional energy. It's a process. And typically early on in any kind of a healing process can be challenging. Good days, bad days. But as time goes on, you have more good days than bad days. So it's a card of healing. With that, we have you, Queen of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It might also be another person who's relevant in this situation to you, another earth sign perhaps, or somebody who manifests like that lovely, capable, resourceful, more or less service-oriented Queen of Earth. Healing. This is probably for many of you a continuation of very similar readings we've done for you over the last month or two, several months. Next we have the Hanging Man. Not taking any particularly decisive action just yet because you're waiting, you're watching things play out, you're learning, you're gaining new information, but no decisive action just quite yet. With the Devil, addictions, obsessions, negative or unhealthy cycles. It can represent classic addictions like drug, alcohol, sex, gambling, shopping, working, toxic behavior patterns, really unhealthy relationships, like patterns, unhealthy patterns repeated over and over and over again. And with the Six of Swords, again, this is something that we've seen in a lot of the earth sign readings over the last month or two, is healing from some kind of unhealthy cycle. Now, of course, this is a general reading, so what this unhealthy cycle specifically represents is going to vary, but it's unhealthy cycles or behavior patterns. You're learning. It may be as well that part of your healing and learning and recovering process, regardless of what you're recovering from, it also might be that you're trying to temper perhaps a habit or a pattern of acting too impulsively. That may be part of the unhealthy pattern, is acting too impulsively or spontaneously, which is usually driven by the heat of the moment, emotions, right? So you're trying not to do that. You're learning here. Next we have Victory, the Six of Wands. Victory, public recognition, awards, bonuses, promotions. Being seen, recognized, applauded for your efforts. This is victory after a challenge, after a battle. With the Seven of Swords, secrecy, concealment, keeping things to yourself. I mean, for those of you for whom this might represent recovery in the more classic conventional addiction, substances, it may be that other than the people you rely on for support and maybe your close tribe, you just might not be sharing this with a lot of people. Keeping yourself to yourself, so to speak. Fair enough, it's your story to tell. You can tell it or not tell it to whomever you wish or no one. Although, in a healing process or a recovery process, you have to kind of make sure that this Seven of Swords kind of concealment or behind the curtains energy is tempered and balanced, because no man is an island to himself, right, or herself. You know, we do need people to kind of help and support us. So be careful of that. Be healthy with that. From the bottom of the deck, representing overall focus for the first half of January, Capricorn, is the Ace of Wands, though number 1 of fire, a new beginning, a new opportunity, feeling creative, passionate, enthusiastic, inspired. We'll clarify some of this. I like this reading for you, Capricorn. It really is fundamentally a healing and recovery process, regardless of what this Devil card represents. You know, it's a card of healing and learning and growing through that process, so that, of course, we don't repeat these unhealthy cycles again or relapse into whatever that unhealthy cycle was. Let's clarify the Ace of Wands. Excuse me. Froggy voice this morning. Of course, this is not an easy process, right? No matter what you're healing from. You know, we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to look at the part that we played in it or allowed things to play out. Facing some things, letting go of things. It's a challenging process, healing. Ace of Wands. Strength, facing your fears, doubts, insecurities, wrestling with your shadow self, which is another way of, saying taking a good, hard, honest look at the part that we've had to play. What responsibility do we have? Facing your fears or anxieties, coming to terms with them and moving through that. It takes strength, courage, wisdom, humility, but it's also what you gain more of through this process. And the Ten of Swords, which is about surrendering to a painful ending so that you can move on, because tens represent a cycle end after that. So you're having the strength to do that. You have the strength to face everything that you have to face. It may include a painful ending of some kind. It may be all about a painful ending if this is relationship oriented, but again, it's a general reading, so what you're recovering from could be a variety of things all tied in together. Let's clarify the Six of Swords, healing. Putting the past behind you, but learning and taking that knowledge with you. Because you see in the Six of Swords, they're taking the swords with them, right? Swords is governed by the element of air, which governs our intellectual landscape, which means how we think, what our belief system and ideologies are, what our perceptions are, because that drives the way that we see and communicate with everything outside of ourselves, right? She's taking the sword. This person is taking the swords with them as they move through this sometimes challenging healing process. So it's thoughts, ideas, and also what you're learning about yourself, learning about your own patterns. You're taking that with you. True recovery and healing can't really be fully attained if we don't learn, because learning is how we change so that we don't repeat unhealthy things. In the absence of real change, a person will always revert back to their unhealthy patterns, right? Six of Swords. I have a Band-Aid on my thumb because I burnt my thumb and it's making it hard to pick up the cards. Oh, there you are again. Queen of Pentacles. You are healing. Healing. That focuses on healing, facing things. The Four of Pentacles, sometimes called the Miser card. Not giving out too much. keeping things to yourself. Again, keeping yourself to yourself. And with the Seven of Swords, again, it's, I just want to one more time state kind of a cautionary energy here. You don't have to tell anybody about what you're going through, right? Except who you need to, right? It's your story to tell. But, and because somebody out there needs to hear this, don't go overboard in that direction, because that's not healthy or balanced either. Make sure that you have a support system that you can share with. Let's clarify that Hanging Man, who's waiting and watching and learning about their own unhealthy cycles. This could also be, secondarily for some of you, about somebody close to you. But it would likely be somebody quite close to you, like a partner or a child or a relative or something like that. Clarify Hanging Man. Victory again with that Six of Wands again. Waiting though. This is what you're waiting, learning. The Star, renewed, restored hope, faith, and optimism. Feeling hopeful again after some catastrophe, because typically in the tarot this comes after the Tower, where everything comes crumbling down because of some unexpected, major, profound, or even catastrophic event. And then this comes out to light the way and renew your hope, faith, and optimism that yes, I'm on the right path. The Devil again. Yep, that there's hope in this situation, that you can overcome, that they can overcome, that you can overcome together. Clarify Six of Wands, victory. The Eight of Wands, movement, conversation, travel, fast, powerful, things moving forward quite powerfully, victoriously. The Empress, mother, maternal energies, fertility, abundance. The time is right to start new things, new projects. Could be mother or family things, maternal issues tied up in that too. Especially for those of you recovering from maybe toxic, unhealthy relationships or conventional classic addictions. If you're a parent, it could be kind of all wrapped up in that as well. The Five of Swords, a hard-won victory. I really like this reading, Capricorn. It's like you have fought and are fighting the good fight, and you're winning. Step by step. Lesson by lesson. Clarify that Seven of Swords. What's being concealed or hidden, or what's on the agenda with the Seven of Swords? The Ace of Pentacles. Moving, relocating, new jobs, a practical new beginning of some kind. The Ten of Cups. The Four of Wands. These are both the happy home, unexpected blessings, home, family, children, childbirth, marriage. Maybe some of you are getting married. You're moving. You're getting married. You're not telling anybody about it yet. You're just in the planning stages. Some lovely, positive new beginning with home and family. Maybe a combination of all of those things. New job, new home, moving, marrying, celebrating all of that. This is an absolutely beautiful reading, Capricorn. So I'm going to leave it here. And ask for any final messages, guidance, advice for you. Two of Wands, reluctance, resistance to look at something in front of you. It's kind of a stubborn energy. The Ace of Swords, epiphanies, new ideas, learning, new perspectives. Success that comes through seeing the reality of the situation and changing whatever you don't like about it based on that reality. So don't close yourself off to things which might be difficult to look at, like your own negative patterns or habits, things that you do, new avenues, new ideas, opening yourself up. Don't close yourself off to any of that out of pride or ego or stubbornness. the Ten of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. These both have kind of a similar theme of stability and continuity related to home, to family, to your tribe, your close community, social energy. You know, this is having a good time with your friends or in your social contacts in your community, because, you know, part of a healing process, believe it or not, is getting out and forgetting for a while, laughing, doing things that are for no other reason than that they make you feel good and that they're enjoyable and healthy, particularly in socializing with other people, because that helps kind of fill up our tank and balance us out in going through difficult times, you know, with a little help from your friends. Home, family, stability, continuity, all of that kind of stuff. And don't close yourself off to any new ideas, new ways of being, new patterns, new habits. Yeah. And again, have at least a small support system that you can share and be completely honest with throughout all of this. Excellent reading, Capricorn. Really happy to see it. All right. That's your reading. Those are your messages for the first half of June 2022. Hope you found them useful, helpful, hopeful, beautiful. Again, if any of this resonates with you enough that you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, feel free to email me directly, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be happy to hear from you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the June mid-month general readings. Until then, stay well. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.